Humm Daddies. This is Thursday Night Live. My name is Jake Lucas. I'm joined by the Z in ThurZdee. That's Zakariah and our good friend Ardavan Davaran, who has become somewhat of a staple to this Thursday night programming we have. Without Art,
yeah, I heard there. I mean, not to get ahead of you, Jake. I mean, I want you to do what you want to do, but I think that Art's full blown in mode of I need to be recognized in the title and anything else moving forward. Like he wants to be recognized, which I can't really hate on him for.
Yeah, we're working on a new mock-up that has him at the Sports Center desk that we're at in the in our drawing or whatever you call the graphic.
You better, damn it.
Yeah, Teresa Starkey's working on that, so we see you working hard, Steve. Yeah, guys. So hey, hell of a game.
Hell of a game.
Just a side note, I think I've lost maybe 11.
He's shaking his head. I can't even wait to hear his take on why it was a bad game.
Hell of a game.
What was bad about that game? Entertaining. 2 40-year-olds slinging the pistol. Yeah. I mean, what was wrong?
Went down to the wire. What are you talking about?
Let's hear about it.
Let's let Jake go. No. It's fine. Let's let Jake go. Jake was doing his thing. I'm fine with Jake doing his thing. You calling that thing of a hell of a game is unbelievable. It was the worst game I've ever seen. Nobody wants the Bengals winning ever.
Did you lose money on it?
Yeah, it must
no. No, I won a good coin today on over strikeouts.
Nobody can understand this take. What's this take? Yeah, what was so bad about
my thing? Give me your take on why this was a horrible
game. Just so you guys don't know, because Jake went to Santa Cruz or Long Beach State or something, and Artie went to Santa Barbara and Washington State or whatever. I went to the #1 public university in the world, and while I was going there, Aaron Rodgers was going there, so I was rooting for Aaron Rodgers. So of course I didn't like the outcome of the game.
God, that is such a stretch. Yeah, you went fucking Aaron. So it was that
How
bad.
How was that a stretch if I went to school with him?
I mean, a stretch to that you actually care. You don't care that much. You've never once mentioned you're a big Aaron Rodgers fan to anyone in your entire life. You like the guy, yeah. You side for his idiocy every once in a while, yeah. But I mean, come on. You've never all of a sudden this was a terrible game and you're all pissed off because the damn Pittsburgh Steelers, led by Aaron Rodgers, lost a football game? Come on. Instead, just enjoy chasing a cloud of dust, because that cloud of dust looked pretty tonight, baby.
God. Yeah. I thought it was a great game. Also snapped the losing streak to me.
Terrible game.
Bengals +5 was the that was the lock of the year.
Hey, right? Attaboy. Apparently got you off the skid.
Yeah, I was on a big one too. Those Dodgers don't help. I've been betting with my heart, and the Dodgers are not helping that, man.
Stop betting against the Dodgers, bro. The Dodgers are the best thing going since Pippen and Hohen.
They don't lose. It's just
it's
really hard to watch.
Well, it's also here's what I heard from Artie's gonna make fun of me because Artie and Hank and me and Sal are on another thread, and they make fun of me for watching Boomer and Gino, which is the #1 show in all of the radio universe. So I don't know why they make fun of me. Anyways, if they sign Bellinger next year, what's the point of even rooting for baseball?
Well, I mean, Bellinger's not that big of an addition compared to what they already have. I mean,
but it will just add on to what they already have. How are the Giants supposed to compete with that?
I'm sure they will.
Bellinger's a nobody. Every other year he hits 240 with 18 jacks. He'll probably go back to that.
Bellinger's a nobody?
Yeah. How much did they win with him? They won just the COVID title.
Yeah, they got to the second part of the playoffs. I mean, where are you supposed to get? Cody Bellinger is just whatever in the scheme of what they do.
If the Dodgers sign him, it's game over.
Well, it's already a little bit game over, but that's not how baseball works. The game is about, you get a few pitchers, you mow them down, and you call it a day.
Well, yeah. So I went from that Dodgers game to the football game. What's going on with what happened in the Blue Jays game? Is that still going?
Blue Jays won handedly.
Did they? Nice.
Yeah.
Almost threw on that too.
They evened it all up. What I really want to talk about is some Niners football, because what a difference a week makes.
Yeah, sure. What do you got for me?
Well, I mean, first of all, at this point, it's just rude to even talk about Niners injuries. Warner is, I would say that Warner is like the Charles Barkley of the Suns or the Stephen Curry of the Warriors. He's the Kobe Bryant of the Lakers. You losing Warner is a way, way bigger deal than you guys losing Bosa. And so, like, yeah, I mean, your season's kind of over. I mean, it was kind of fun when we talked about it. Well, we didn't talk about it last week, but the week before that. And I don't know what to say. Like, you guys don't have the people to march that you need to win, to get to the playoffs or win in the playoffs. I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you right now, no one saw Fred Warner being Fred Warner in that 2019 season where they ended up in the Super Bowl. That was like his coming out party. So, yeah, Tatum Bethune, next man up. Let's see what you got.
Wow. Are you really going that route, or are you just telling yourself that?
Well, I think it's a little bit of both, right? That's how football works.
All right, that's fine.
Took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say that's how football works. You just hope. You see, until it looks like it's bad, when it usually does, you just pretend they're the same person. You got the jersey on, you can barely see those faces. You just got that helmet, and you hope they fly around and make some hits. Once it starts looking bad, you start thinking, "Oof, this Fred Warner loss is hurting a little bit." But until then, you just charge ahead. You feel that?
Okay. Yeah, so just to be clear, Artie, you are co-signing with Jake on this?
Well, I mean, did Jake say something really extravagant? All he's saying, he's going to root for the Niners and hope somebody breaks out. Yeah, I think so. I'm going to also root for the Niners and hope somebody breaks out.
Okay, all right. That's fine. I mean, yeah, we can all do that. It's not realistic.
Stranger things have happened. And, in the NFL,
Niners suck, as Sean said.
Like you go to the minors to work on your craft for 3 or 4 years as a linebacker. You step up right away. So, I mean, it's an instant result kind of business.
Yeah. One of the biggest problems is you guys rely on a WWE fucking character to be your leader,
Who, Kittle?
Yeah. Guy out here thinks he's in the wrestling
for the
world.
Year.
What do you mean, Kittle? No, Kittle's playing tomorrow.
Yeah. Kittle's my bad.
He'll be back, pal.
No, I thought you were talking about Bosa. Bosa's also a WWE guy, I think.
Yeah, less of WWE, more just like a Trump little, minion. But
okay. All right, let's not get political in this piece.
We don't do that. No, we don't do that on this podcast,
Art. We just let the world burn to shit around us, huh? Okay. Are we going to talk about the Steelers-Bengals game, though?
Yeah, I want to hear Art talk about Steelers. Okay, Zach, you're too offended by Aaron Rodgers losing. I got it. Let's hear what Art has to say.
Yeah, I was just going to remind the cast that, and Zach, you'll probably remember this pretty well. I was rooting for my Bengals because I always root for my Mr. Joe Flacco because he was my dad's last favorite player. My dad passed away in 2009.
I'll give you
and
that.
His last favorite player in the NFL was Joe Flacco.
That's true.
And he told Zach only months before he died, Zach's asking, man, we're in the kitchen, and he's talking to me, and my dad's kind of listening, and he starts joining the conversation. We're talking 15, 16 years ago, fantasy football. And Zach's like, my quarterback sucks, man. I need a goddamn quarterback. And my dad just immediately like, oh, yeah, you need a quarterback? Joe Flacco. Go to Joe Flacco. And ever since then, my dad had passed away. Niners lost that Super Bowl to Flacco, and I was always a little bit kind of just, smiling, knowing my dad's guy got one. And now whenever he goes to a new team, I'm just like, damn, this dude is still quarterbacking. Like, my dad has been, gone for 16 years, and this dude is still humming the ball around and reviving the Bengals, and watching him do what I kind of figured he would do in the second week. I kind of had a feeling week 1 might be a little rough, but I said, man, this is going to be fun to watch him get to throw to these guys because, like, that mobility, I mean, he's so smart, too. The way that he extended the running game today, I mean, Jamar Chase, those quick passes all day to just boom, 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 5 yards, 6 yards. You get a look at Jamar Chase's stat line, and you think it's a little bit weird. You think they fed him too much, or but it really, 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 for a team that was struggling running, was really cool to watch him because he's such a cerebral quarterback get the running game going kind of through that quick passing game, opening up the field. Now Chase Brown's getting 10 yards a carry, busting for 30. P. Ryan looking good. I was just feeling like watching that game was so fun, and I don't know.
I thought it was a great game. It shows you, we all love big Art. Guy has, not been on the earth for 16 years, and Joe Flacco is his last last guy, and he's still chucking it.
Still chugging it.
Still got.
And he was on, and it also tells my dad. Sorry to interrupt. My dad was always had weird, funny takes, right? He liked guys, but he was on to something, right? Flacco was nobody yet. He was a rookie, I believe. He was very young, no matter what it was, and he liked him. He said, "This guy's got something. I like this guy." And he obviously
he saw something in him that he would be like one of the most prolonged quarterback careers you could possibly have. How many guys played till they're 40?
Exactly. So on the other hand of Zach's just devastating Aaron Rodgers loss,
he's a huge Aaron Rodgers guy. Yeah. Everyone knows that.
And not on the flip side of that, I was not sitting in my house screaming for joy, rooting for the Bengals like I'm some diehard Flacco fan, because Lord knows I'm not. But whenever he's on, I get a little smile. I feel pops, and I say, let's go get this W, Joe. Let's go get it.
Well, yeah. I mean, now any objective take would say that was a hell of an entertaining Thursday night football game. Yeah. The Niners one before that, or 2 weeks ago, was amazing too.
Yeah. You want to know a good insight? Sorry, I'm sorry. I keep jumping in over you.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say a fun insight. As again, Humm Daddies, I like to incorporate the kids every once in a while. And maybe it's just because Levi is so into football now that it's just, taking over my viewership. Yeah. And he had a very good insight today. He said, "You want to know something, Dad?" I said, "What's that, Levi?" He said, "You know how you win?" I said, "How do you win?" He said, "Pass." He said, "When they pass, you win. Just pass." So let me tell you, he is not a big fan of running, and he is really, really not a big fan of running up the middle. When he sees a run up the middle, this guy looks me dead in the eyes, arms up in the air. What was that? How stupid. What are they doing? And like, when it's 3 yards and, you're hitting the back of people, you kind of think he's onto something.
Yeah, I mean, that's so funny considering I was the opposite as a kid. I mean, running backs were the shit.
Yeah, of course.
Sanders and Jerome Bettis and we talked about last week, Marshall Faulk, those guys. Yeah. Ricky Waters was my dude forever. I couldn't wait to see a handoff happen and see if a guy could break one.
I Googled Falk right after our cast because you knew him well, and I was feeling a little stupid. Not like I didn't know him when we were playing, but I was like, pick number 2 overall. Right. And, I looked at his stats. The reason –
Heisman finalists, right?
Not that high. He actually might have kind of got high one year, like maybe second. He might have been – oh, you mean a finalist? Yeah, they have the 5. I think he was 1 year. Yeah. But it's because he was in the WAC, right? So, in my head, I'm thinking you're just kind of a whatever. You're going to watch San Diego State. You think you're watching not as good a team.
They're not a big school. It's not a big school.
But he was
the one standout dude that
he was ridiculous. Go look at if you want to go peek at his numbers at some point, either on the cast or after. They're silly, and he actually gets worse. His first year, he's 200 carries, 1,750 yards. I was like, damn.
Yeah,
and then he plays 2 more great years. Anyway,
yeah, he's no joke. I remember rocking that Colts 28 with pride, dude. And
I remember it pretty well once you said it.
Yeah,
I picture you right in that.
That was my dude. I think that was even before. No, that was slightly after Ricky Waters.
What was the Colts 28?
Marshall
Faulk, homie.
Oh yeah. Marshall Faulk was the truth.
And then when he went to the Rams, I kind of fell out of love with him.
No. You're talking about the Colts. He was a stud on the Rams. He was literally the turf.
I understand. Yeah. I understand. But I was a huge Shaq fan on the Magic. When he went to the Lakers, I lost interest. The Rams were a huge Niners rival even in St. Louis, so I kind of lost interest.
Do the Niners – you consider the Rams – that's actually a great question. You consider the Rams to be the biggest Niners rival?
Maybe not. They were in the 80s. They were a huge.
I think Dano had a compelling argument, and I think he kind of got me to buy into Rams. I think when he said Rams are their biggest rival, it made me think they don't have a big rival. It made me really feel almost prideful about the AFC West because all of us feel like rivals, and it's kind of insane. I was like, damn, there is something different here. But then when he got me thinking, I'm like, Seattle doesn't feel as much like a rival. It felt like it because they were so good. And that to me tells me they don't have a real rival. If anything, when we were
I would say
the Cowboys, the Packers, Art,
I would say Seattle bar none with Richard Sherman doing the weak ass.
Can I tell you the problem? Nobody considered them anything in it.
And then it's kind of falling off. The Harbaugh era was a huge rivalry with Seattle. But it wasn't before. Seattle was in the fucking AFC before.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah. Not after.
So they don't have a rival because I don't consider the Rams the rival for the Niners at all.
The thing. Jim Everett versus Montana was even a little rivalry. You watch the old tape.
The 80s Rams Niners were a huge thing.
Henry Ellard, all them cats. Yeah, they were raw.
Yeah. And now McVay, Shanahan kind of revived it. But the Rams
you agree with
better.
So you agree with Jake, or
the Falk era that it fell up.
I was saying I was giving credit to your boy Dano. Your boy Dano was the one that brought it up in the thread. And I think he made me think, man, he might be right.
Zach's boy.
Yeah, Bill's boy, Dano. That's what I'm saying.
Not Bill's boy.
Zachariah's boy.
Yeah.
Not mine at all.
Dano Ernst.
Yeah.
Sciatica Dan, we call him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That video, by the way, had me rolling. I laughed out loud for a full minute watching that video. Every moment of that video of him walking with sciatica. Sorry, Dano, that feels bad. Man, that was comedy.
You laughed? I actually genuinely felt bad.
Oh, I felt bad, but that video, I mean, come on, Danny, again, I apologize, much love. That was a
you should have really apologized.
That boy did just a 1-minute video of him talking to his cat while he can't walk, trying to get up the stairs. It was unbelievable.
I told Jake I will never say anything mean to him ever again because of that video.
No, that video. You've never been there? We've all been there.
I've never had back issues like that.
I've been there when you could barely walk. When you get that,
when you can't move.
Yeah, you're stuck.
I've never been there, bro.
Make him say,
nah. Yeah, no, I've never.
Hey, I got a poll for you guys. Poll. Which make them say, did you like better?
2.
Yes, 2. Make them say, or make them say, 2. It was 2 all day.
No, I'm going
if
1.
Was a movie call it Pass Me the Doja.
Make them say,
I'm going 1.
Good time.
I don't know how we got here. That's fine.
By
the way, speaking of rap and stuff, Inglewood, Paul Pierce for my boy got a DUI last week for falling asleep behind the wheel. This is for you, PP.
I heard they don't know if he got the Dewey yet. I heard they doubt. Did they get that alcohol reading?
Well, he said he was sitting there. Didn't Tiger Woods do the same thing where he sat there for like 15 minutes or something? I don't understand how people do that shit at all. But anyways, have you seen the video of Ice Cube's son listening to Today Was a Good Day? And then he goes, that was about your mom. When he goes, I got a beat from Kim and she can fuck all night. And then he goes, that's about your mom. And he goes, fuck you.
No, I ain't seen that.
Oh, you got to look that shit up.
The actor? The dude who's kind of a famous actor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you guys hear about the rumor of, I don't know if it's called like Up in Smoke, but there's a rumor they might get back together and do a tour. That might be
cool.
You know, I saw like an AI generated bullshit one. It showed that Rihanna would be
Who
touring.
are you talking about?
They're just talking about the full rumor mill, but like Eminem, Snoop, Dre, fools like that.
Oh, Up in Smoke Part 2 for us?
I mean, whatever, something like that. But that's
by the way, we should tell that story, Jake. You totally should have been there. There was you were there
in San Jose.
Yeah,
I was there, fool.
You were there.
Yes. I don't remember you either. That's funny.
At least Artie admits it. I remember Pete's younger brother.
On the pictures.
Yeah, you're not in the pictures, bro.
Me and Sean Fabian, I remember just beefing with Sean Fabian the whole time. He kept trying to shit on me because I was a younger dude and he was kind of new to everybody. I was like, fool, I barely even know who the fuck you are. Yeah. Well, he was in my head and I branched off, I think, with like Kumar. I probably sat with him. Yeah.
I remember just me, Zach, and Kumar, but that's all because we have pictures of us in the car.
Yeah. And then I begged Artie to sneak a joint into the place, and then Snoop turned all the lights off, and I said, "Motherfucker, this is why you did it." And then he pulled it out of his sock, and we smoked a joint. Anyways, yeah, we got all our alcohol poured out. It was actually kind of horrifying. Yeah. It's pretty amazing we didn't get a ticket or anything.
I bring this up to Sean. We were like drinking in the parking lot at HP Pavilion or whatever.
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh shit, there's a jet flying hella low, like an airplane." Fabian was like, "Oh, Jake, is that the first time you saw an airplane?" And I was like, "Are you saying that because I'm from Richmond? Fool? Fuck you."
And that's when we got busted?
Yeah, something happened. I mean, who else was there? I don't even remember who was
the
there.
jet landed right next to us, right? The jet landed.
Yes.
Yes.
And they came out in full force. We had nothing to give them.
And I remember
we were like 17 years old.
Ice Cube canceled. He didn't show up.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Cube wasn't there.
Hey.
Nate was there. Nate came out. Yeah, Warren G did a set. And
rest
Nate
in peace, Nate.
Warren G. But then Nate came out during the Snoop Dogg and Dre set.
Oh, yeah, right? Yeah. And they had that little stupid-ass movie.
The movie was kind of fun, actually. It's kind of sick. I like that movie.
Yeah, kind of sick.
So dumb. They were robbing a liquor store.
All right, you went to the Concord Pavilion for anger management, right? I think I was there for that. No?
No, I went somewhere. Is anger management Ludacris, Eminem, and all that?
Yeah.
That we went to also San Jose, I want to say. I was one of the most, like, I don't even really want to go down that road, but that was a rough AD for your boy. How about we put it that way?
What is that? No, you gotta go further, pal.
I had backstage in Matt Luda, by the way. But yeah.
No, Art's gotta go further.
I mean, how far? I mean, it's not much. It's not really a good story. Drank a lot of Seagram 7 and 7. It was like 105 degrees. I barely survived for 2 hours. My brother asked like random strangers for water because I couldn't like do anything functional. And then I got that water in me, pepped up for Eminem, and watched a hell of a set. And then sat in traffic for 2 hours trying to get out of that hellhole. But yeah,
that's a fine story. Nothing wrong there.
We got a great picture from that. We're all cripped out, me, you, your brother, Matt. We got all the blue on. We're feeling real good about ourselves. Now we're repping the Bloods. We got the blue. We got the
Nothing like a crew of white boys and Iranians repping blue and claiming crip. That's great.
That's how we roll.
It was a wonderful existence.
Yeah. Well, I went to that same show probably, but it was me and Kumar had backstage passes, met Luda, saw Eminem.
Appreciate you inviting us. That was hella nice of you.
Yeah. It was back. I was
would have been nice to invite us, pal.
Sorry, but
we had a crazy bone at UCSD.
Okay. Nice.
That was fun.
Nice. All right. Well, let's talk some sports. Tell me about the enough high school stories for now. I know we always get into those.
That's because of me. That's my bad.
Before we started recording, Art brought up something about Dwayne Kuiper and Mike Krukow, and it's very interesting, kind of a heartfelt, compelling, heartstring story. So do you want to get into that for the public here?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like a reputable source. So, I mean, it certainly hopefully is true.
What source is it? Who else would tell?
Oh, let me throw this in the chat, and you guys take a quick peek at that bad boy and make sure this actually happened. How about that? But there's I'll send you a link, and maybe you could find
on our phone.
Well, I mean, it looks like they got quotes and everything, but it's just I've never heard of this weird tin drink food nonsense. I have no idea. I don't know why it would be made up. It seems like it's not like good enough tea to just like make up something. So I'm sure it's real and it sounds real. But yeah, I'll start ripping and you just tell me to shut up if it turns out being fake. But it's about how Krukow is, just grinding out here, trying his hardest to stay in the game, and the loyalty of his man Kuiper helping him maintain. And so I'll just read. It says, in a recent emotional interview, Krukow admitted what many had quietly suspected. His longtime health struggles have forced him to lean more on Kuiper than ever, not just as a broadcast partner, but as a literal helping hand. And he said, there are days when I can't take a step without holding Kuiper's arm, Krukow said softly. And he still smiles, still tells me, I'm with you all the way. That's not just friendship, that's family. And then another source says, it's not something they'd ever talk about publicly, but Kuiper does everything, from setting up the booth to making sure Kruk's speed is stable. He carries that man emotionally and physically every day. And so first I just got sort of,
that's all great though. I thought you were going to hit me with some bad news.
No, it was beautiful. It got me sappy. It got me sad for Kruk, facing his like mortality and his struggle. It made me feel real good about the friendship they have and the bond they have, and Kuiper doing what I hope we would do for each other in that position. Right. But then it started really rubbing me wrong the further I read the little article, because they were talking about how the Giants are like sort of thinking about what they need to do next in the broadcast booth sort of given this, and the way it was sort of framed was around like, how long can they do this? Not like, let's just hire a 22-year-old to do what Kipe's doing. Like,
No, hang on.
It's like very simple. That's why you don't make Kruko leave. You just make sure his needs are met, no matter what they are, until he needs to go.
Yes.
It didn't feel like that was. But again, this wasn't like a super reputable. But those were the emotions it gave me. But I thought it was cool to hear how much. We know how much they mean to each other. But it was cool to hear Kipe just for his guy.
Just so you know, I saw my father, God rest his soul. I saw him cry 2 times. Not when his mom died, not when his dad died. I saw him cry when his German Shepherd died, and I saw him cry when your father died, Artie. And he came back from the hospital, and he had no words for me other than that he just knew it was a wrap. So anyways, Coop and Kipe, like, they're, peanut butter and jelly. Like, I'm sure he's well aware of everything that's going on with him physically, and they've been in and out of their broadcasting duties and whatnot. But to what you're saying, I don't think the Giants are going to force them to leave prior to them wanting to leave or having to leave on their own.
I certainly hope not. I just hope they do whatever they can for that duo, because I know for people like us, man, it's going to be so sad and so hard to move on when they're not calling the games. And
I will say it's inarguably, and this is not coming from a Giants fan, inarguably the greatest tandem of baseball broadcasters. I mean, Vince Scully didn't have a partner, so I would put Vince Scully 1 because I could listen to him, as you've seen probably on the internet, him, reading off groceries. And I think Vince Scully is the GOAT, but Vince Scully didn't have a partner. In terms of tandems, Kruk and Kipe are number 1. I don't even know who your number 2 would be.
At the checkout stand, right?
What?
Jose Uribe prefers check cereal when he goes to the checkout stand.
Yes. Orange juice. A dozen of eggs.
And guess what? Impersonations. He's pretty good at them.
Oral Hershiser told me personally that he prefers chicks with dicks. Right.
Anyway, I messed you up. Yeah, I shouldn't have said that.
No, but I was gonna say, obviously I lived in LA for a long time. I went to Long Beach State, and the one thing me and my Dodgers friends have in common is I love Vince Scully. I could give props where props are due for him, and they love Kruk and Kipe. They were the voices on.
Do they really?
Yeah, they do. Like, they're
Dodgers fans.
Dodgers fans, yeah, they say
wow,
those people are amazing. They're like the best broadcasters in business.
That says a lot.
Yeah, because they did that video game back in the day when I was in college. They did like MLB, whatever year it was, 2003 or something.
Oh, the show, yeah.
And so they saw that or heard that, and then these guys like have the package and they listen to Giants games, obviously, everybody.
When
they're like
those
the best broadcasters in the business. Yeah. So those guys get respect from any hardcore ball fan for sure.
Yeah,
just how Vin did.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, they're not doing too bad of a job at with the new wave. Javi Lopez is really good. Dave Fleming has been there now. It seems like he's still young, but he's been a Giants announcer for 20 plus years.
Yeah, they're making the transition feel like it's going to be doable. I was just going to say I was just saying it'll feel so hard, and it certainly will. But it's smart that by necessity, the way they're transitioning is actually good. The fact that you're not hearing them every game, the fact that you're getting used to hearing some Giants without Kruk and Kipe, and you get annoyed every time it happens, but then you're kind of like, oh, they're not doing bad, and then they kind of start sucking, and you're kind of, sorry, I don't mean that in a bad way, guys. You guys are great. But compared to Kruk and Kipe, it's just tough.
Well, and guess what? Our third wheel is Hall of Famer John Miller. So
I'm not talking about Miller and Fleming.
Miller's great. Miller's just great.
I'm talking about the guy who does.
To me, isn't that great? I mean,
he's struggling. No, Hunter Pence is struggling hard when he's in there.
He's the worst of the bunch, but I think Javi Lopez is real solid.
Yeah, he's very Azubuike-esque, but even worse when Azubuike first started. Right, just like really struggling to. Yeah,
say bad now, but
Javi seems polished.
Yeah, Javi seems not bad. And FP, I've never loved, but he's good. He talks about himself too much. He's always talking about himself and his.
I like FP. The play-by-play guy he does it with is.
I like him.
I don't like.
Ash liked him a lot too. He said FP was hella nice during the whole 2010 and all that. So
FP. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Marty,
I forgot.
Marty.
There you go, FP. That's probably why he got that shout, because he was kind to him.
For sure. Yeah, there might be a future pod coming with me and Polly Mac and Ash again for some music stuff.
That'd be
Nice.
So, you want to talk Dubs at all, Art?
I could talk anything. You know that. You just named a topic. Should we go back to thighs? Because I was actually thinking, it's hella funny. I was actually thinking, just in my head,
a bunch of new followers. So yeah, I can't wait to introduce them to this.
You remember 2 weeks ago we were talking thighs, powerful thighs on these backs.
Yeah.
And I just in my head, I was watching my fantasy team. Man, I was watching Javonte Williams rumble. And I said, man, Javonte has some nice thighs. And I had that thought. And then I just kind of realized, man, what if I'm just full of shit? You know, I was like, man, that might not be true. So while we were talking just 5 minutes ago, I Googled, and let me see what I Googled. I'm not sure what I wrote. I wrote Javonte Williams big legs, okay? I wanted to see if the internet would back that. And the internet, AI generated, Javonte Williams is known for his powerful legs, which are a major factor in his physical tackle-breaking running style. Before entering the NFL, his lower body strength was highlighted by a 600-pound squat. So tell me I can't view some thunder thighs, some powerful thighs. Javonte's got them. I'm proud of myself.
My memory, Art. You guys name the Oakland Raider who had a 600-pound squat, but he was a small dude, big ass, muscular thighs from the 90s.
From the 90s,
I believe.
From the 90s.
Yeah, known for a killer squat and deadlift.
Was he good?
Bench.
Was he
He
good?
was really good for a couple of years, and then retired it suddenly.
Napoleon Kaufman.
Got him. Yeah.
That boy. That boy. I have nothing.
And some arms. That guy, he was muscular as fuck.
You know who he reminded me of, but he was bigger? Matt Breida reminded me of Napoleon Kaufman. Ooh. But Matt Breida was always smaller, but just his run full speed, right? Napoleon Kaufman, I always said, was like a good. He's going to guarantee get you exactly what the play call. He's not going to take one extra. He's just going to run as fast as he can wherever he was supposed to. I'm like, all right, 4 yards.
He went to UW, right? He was a Husky, I believe.
I think you're right, but yeah, I don't know. Well, now that you say it, I feel like yes. I feel like I was looking through my old NFL cards and got some 93, 94 Fleer Ultra rookie of that guy in some Washington.
Oh, that's when we had our Kajana Carters. We had our Falks. You know,
we had, was it Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Oh, no. That's
from UCLA.
Yeah, I wasn't wrong. Yeah, exactly.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Our Tyrone Wheatley's, who I talked about.
We talked about him already.
I mean, Jerome Bettis.
I forgot about Tyrone Wheatley being on the Raiders for so long because still we're old enough that anyone young listening, you know, again the thousands listening, anyone young listening might not have known Wheatley, but I did forget that. Damn, he played 7. Like his main team was the Raiders, frankly, and his best years were on the Raiders, and I was surprised because apparently after our cast I started googling stuff.
He's a Wolverine to me forever.
Totally,
but yeah, you know that was in the heyday of the Wolverines. What's your Tyrone Wheatley knowledge like, Zach?
I got 0. I mean, I remember on the Raiders. I mean, wasn't he Rich Gannon's running back?
Could have been,
maybe for a little bit.
I'm pretty sure a lot of Rich Gannon's passing yards was Tyrone Wheatley.
Well, he was doing his thing with Charlie Garner.
Oh yeah, Charlie was his man. No, but I think Charlie was the Lightning and Wheatley was the Thunder.
Yeah, I think it was something like that.
Might be right.
I think it was something like that.
Yeah. And who's the dude who had the permanent forehead wound? The fullback, John Ritchie.
I don't know, but you know what we should really do at some point is bring on Andrew Keogh onto the cast to tell the Warren Sapp story.
All right, done. That'll happen.
I mean, I think it's one of the greatest stories of all time.
All right.
We're gonna see. Sorry, I'm not saying anything. I'm looking to see the. Oh yeah, the
well, entire. Do you know the story, Jake?
I'll hear it from Andrew.
Do you know the story, Art?
Yeah, I know it, but let's wait. Let's let Andrew shine.
Today, Junior.
But Zach, good hit, because I just quickly checked. Exact same timeline. Gannon and Wheatley both joined the Raiders in 1999. And Garner probably I don't even know if Garner was there. He probably
2000.
He probably joined them. Yeah. And then
so I know Napoleon, I'm pretty sure Napoleon Kaufman left like a year before to be a preacher or something. He went the Mace route.
Like Mace. Yeah. I was just going to say Mace.
And Mace fell off of his preacher game. He decided he was.
And the Clips, Malice and the Clips did that too. A lot of brothers do that shit. You know, you got to talk to God.
I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to text that to you on the side. I got a lot of comments on that, but that's fine.
All right.
I mean, the Lord's a powerful maker. You know what I mean?
He is. Just like your CC letters.
He moves people. Yeah, he moves people.
Yeah, your mama was not thrilled with my entrance into your friendship, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Artie had a House of Pain shirt with a burning cross on. That did not go over well with Mama Dukes.
Showed up in that car. She instantly.
I'm pretty sure she told me that I was not going to be allowed to see you again. I was like, "You're kidding yourself. That's my best friend."
I showed up in a burning cross, just throwing F-bombs everywhere, and she was like, pretty religious at the time, not really feeling burning crosses or F-bombs.
Not at all. I don't think
one.
she cared. I don't think she cared about the F-bombs. The burning cross on your shirt was definitely a deal breaker.
Yeah.
So when Zach spent the night at my house, he'd carry one of my guns on his.
That was tight. Yeah, I kept that shit close to his chest
with the pellet gun.
Because I was in the rich.
Yeah, this is Richmond. Is someone gonna jump in the room or something and try to fuck with me? And Artie would keep my mom up all night because that's when I had like bunk beds, and Artie would be on one of them, and we just talk until like 5 a.m.
I know. We used to get into trouble just for talking.
Those were the days. Beg me to shut up and go to sleep. Beg me.
Hey, Jake, what about this? Hey, Jake.
Shut the fuck up.
They got a good room. It was small.
You guys going to keep it down at some point?
They got a good room. It was small. It was narrow, but it was just full of good shit. It had video games. I remember he was the only house I went to that had Donkey Kong. I didn't really like the game that much, but he liked it a lot, and it got me into it. And it was like we were listening to music all day. He had hella tapes, right? Listening to Rapid Forte, listening to whatever could come on. And then we get the
player, got all the hits.
Yeah, and then your dad would make a ham and cheese omelet in the morning that was dive for. I was like, damn, I can't wait for Big Dick's ham and cheese. Yeah, we play a lot of good hoops.
Art would just hack the shit out of me in hoops. If I had a lead on him, like in 21, I'd be up 4 or something. Art would just push me into the bushes nonstop to win the game.
And then I'd busted Jay in your face and call game. After you bricked. Eventually you're going to brick if I hack you.
He just foul shit out of me. He'd be like, you're not going to call a foul. That'd be some pussy shit.
No, you would get the ball back. You just couldn't score because I'm in the bushes.
I'd shake him and have a layup. He just pushed me into the bushes.
21-18 victory by the end of it. That's all I saw.
So many flagrants. All right, Warriors. What's your outlook for the season? All right, give me some Warriors talk.
Warriors talk. Outlook for the season is a big statement, Outlook for the season is like
we start next Tuesday, I think.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, I guess embarrassingly optimistic, like kind of pathetic to be optimistic. You're old and your starting five is like ridiculously old, but I want to say I'm semi-optimistic because I don't know. I'm not that scared of all the teams in the NBA.
Okay. You've never said more words without actually saying anything. What is your prediction for what the Warriors' fate will be?
Oh, he didn't.
Because I have an absolute answer.
Got you, but you changed the question. Okay, so there's. He asked me how I'm feeling about the outlook. You're asking me for a prediction, a little different.
I don't need a hard number. I just want a general.
General sense is this season will look a little bit like last season. They'll fight, they'll grind, they'll be pretty good. They'll have a little.
They didn't have Jimmy Butler all last year.
Yeah, I get that. I was gonna just say they'll probably have a slightly better season. They got Horford if it works, right? They got a stretch big.
A healthy Melton will be huge.
I mean,
and a signed Kuminga. Yeah,
we'll see. So we'll see. He was on the team last year.
We'll see.
So why are you saying it's gonna be the same as last year?
Well, it's just.
Zach, it sounds like you think Warrior stock is raised.
You love the Warriors, huh? You think they're going to be great?
No, I love them as a 5 seed. I love them getting to the
what
second
they did
round.
last year, pretty much. What were they last year? I don't know, but they were close to that.
They were a 9 seed or 8 seed.
Yeah, but probably by 2 games, probably.
Okay, so I think they're going to be 2 games better than that with Jimmy Butler the whole year.
About the same. Yeah.
And a signed Kuminga. I think that they're going to be
So we agree.
at worst. I think at worst they'll be a 5 seed, and I see them being competitive in the second round, definitely getting out of the first round.
Yeah, so similar to last year. We're in full agreement, it sounds like.
No, they had to go 7 games with the Rockets last year and then got swept or 5 games or whatever in the second round.
No, but my guess is if the 2 teams are healthy and they face each other in the playoffs, the Rockets will spank the Warriors.
What?
That's my guess.
If both teams are healthy?
If both teams are healthy this year and they came to playoffs, Rockets will spank the Warriors.
Why?
Unless Curry is – I mean, I guess Curry could just be amazing.
No, I disagree completely.
Yeah, I'm not going to say spank. I could see them beating them in 7 or something.
I mean, that's, it's hyperbole. By spank, I just mean looking more athletic.
Are you just talking about Kevin Durant?
I'm talking about Houston looked really, really, really good last year and had one glaring hole.
And lost,
and now they have
the best scorer. Traded him for Durant.
Yeah, but they got a real scorer. Yeah.
Who's also 37 years old.
Agreed. That's why I said if he's healthy, because I think he might not be. But if
how would he run over the other bunch of 30? That doesn't make sense to me. But I'm
more thinking. Can I just say what my thought was, and then I'll make it quick. It's really that I like the young length of Houston. I think they're an intimidating team.
Yeah,
and I think they have a ton of young length. And then I think they have Sengun, who's hard for us to deal with as well. So they have different ways they can attack the Warriors.
But you're mainly talking about Durant.
No. I'm mainly talking about everybody else because I think they were already.
Durant's the only difference of their team from last year.
We beat the young length when I thought
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I guess we're saying maybe I'm saying the same thing as you in a different way, but it's like it's not that I just think Durant's the reason. I think their team was raw, but I think it was a perfect addition. Like like the Warriors didn't make that perfect addition. They just made some peripheral around the edges. Whereas I think the Houston Rockets made a very, very, really from what it looks like to me, exactly what they needed.
I think people are sleeping on Melton, dude. When he is healthy, he is such a great two-way player.
He'll probably play 6 minutes while Pods plays 38. So yeah. But
well, Pods needs to take that next step,
Art's going to spend all of 2025 and 2026 shitting on Kerr. I hear what you did there, bud.
More pet Pods than anything. Pods is just an absolute clown.
Yeah, but as a byproduct, you shit on Kerr for playing Pods that much.
Pods has his moments. We went through this last week. I mean,
I can pretty much assure you that Pods is not going to play more minutes than Melton.
You don't worry about the Warriors just being old. Like I love, I agree they looked good with Butler. I'm not an idiot. They dominated with Butler.
Yes.
Right? It's just isn't today's NBA not ideal for you to be really old?
Well, they added Al Horford, so I mean we're good.
No, I honestly that makes me more confident, not less confident. I mean, I hear what you're saying. It's not great to be old, but I love the idea of a healthy Steph and a healthy Butler. I mean, Butler, you have to understand, I love Butler probably more than any athlete that I've loved since Dan Marino and Charles Barkley. I think Butler is an absolute killer that makes his entire squad better all the time and wins by any means necessary.
So he no-showed in the Minnesota series. Is that because he was playing injured?
I think that's what you got to say.
Because Steph wasn't there.
Well, Butler was non-existent.
Jake, if you and I showed up to a pickup game in basketball and I was hurt and you were designed to carry the whole squad, you'd probably fail.
I'd dominate.
Yeah, but what do you mean? That's a terrible comparison, though, because
I appreciate your confidence, Jake, but you'd probably fail miserably.
I pick up hoops with you in 20 years, so I don't think that's a fair comparison.
All I'm saying is Jimmy Butler without Steph Curry is literally nothing.
What do you mean? Jimmy Butler played with Steph Curry for 2 months, and you just said you loved him his whole career, and all of a sudden he's nothing without Curry? The guy played 15 years without Curry, and you
have to have help. You
said he was an absolute killer. You just want to
led the Heat to the finals by himself.
You have to.
Anyway, Jake, I agree with you. I think
Jake, he had Bam.
All right,
he had Bam.
Okay, So Bam and Curry go hand in hand, and Jimmy is just depends on what they do.
Man, I wish the Warriors had Bam. Give me Bam.
There's rumors about it.
I wish the Warriors had Bam. Bam is
wasn't interested, Bam. From the
give me Evan Mobley. I love me some Evan Mobley. Give me some of my chat.
Throw someone else in there. You want
Artie's just gonna throw out names for the rest of the night.
Well, I mean, Draymond Green and Horford are the most inspiring front court in the NBA. Draymond Green and Al Horford. Come on, bro.
Amazing. Great defense, rim protector. Are you kidding me?
I would have been hella pumped if it was 2018.
Dude,
2025.
Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, JK, Al Horford, and Draymond Green will be an absolute dreamboat. Coming off the bench, yes.
That's what I want. That's what I want. But shit, it seemed. Oh, let's hope. Let's hope.
Hey, Seth could come in there on a heater too.
Yeah.
I'm so pessimistic.
What are we going to play 14 this year? So we're going to play Steph, Melton, Curry, Pods, Moody, Kuminga, Butler, Horford. Who's this other young guy I'd never heard of that went for 16, 9, and 5 in the preseason that started the last preseason game? Kerr said he's going to be in the rotation. Quentin Post, is he in the rotation?
Post is dope.
That's what I'm saying. So all these guys are playing like what, 8 minutes a night, or what's the rotation? They got 14 minutes.
Well, yeah, not a ton.
Is Gary Payton signed again?
Yes, he is.
God. God. Talk about living in the past. Talk about living in the past, man. Move on, man. What a liability. The guy can't do anything, man.
You don't like 6'2" power forwards?
The guy is the Warrior. There's nothing like these guys that get anointed in the Bay Area because they have a moment. And then nobody can just objectively look at them and be like, you're not even in the – no other team would want you in the NBA. No other team would put you in the rotation. But for the Warriors, you're a glue guy. You're a must play. And you're 28 minutes after. You're like, what are you talking about?
6'2" power forward that just leaps and injures himself every time he tries to
– I go in this rant that makes me look like I don't like Gary Payton. I love Gary Payton. I enjoyed every minute of him. But, like – what are we talking about here?
They're running them out. They're running them out there a little too much.
Anyway. All right, so needless to say,
Jeremy Lin, might I say?
Artie's not optimistic.
No, I think we're going to win 49 games. How about that?
Do you realize Jeremy
Lin?
That's
not a lot. That's like half your games.
DB2 and Jeremy Lin are the same height. Just let that soak in.
That's not half their games. That's 49 and 43, right? It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll go 51 and 41. No, that's what am I talking about? I'm doing all the math wrong. That's 92 games.
That's 92 games.
Yeah, 49 is great. What do you mean 49 and what? What do you got to be 49?
The year after
49 and 37
playoffs.
Yeah. The Warriors should be lucky to get 49 this year.
All right, mark that down because I'm guaranteeing you 50 wins.
Let's check the over/under real quick. What's the over/under?
Check the over/under, Mr.
I bet you it's around there.
Yeah, check the over/under, Mr. Research McGee.
I'm guessing it's right around there, don't you think?
No, I bet you 50.
Yeah, that's what we just said, 49. So let's see what it is. Their over/under is 47.5.
Yeah, that's
hammer the over and never look back.
That's where it should be.
Yeah. No, but the over pays minus. I mean, the overs with Bill, but all the overs are always minus because people like to bet on overs. But it's minus 135 over plus 110 on the under.
If Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry remain healthy, they will win well over 50 games.
They will win a championship if they're healthy the whole year.
Ooh, see, now he's stronger than me. I'm not going that far.
Dude, if that team remains healthy, which is impossible pretty much, I believe fully they have a great shot to win it all.
I love that bold take and freeze frame it and screenshot it or whatever. I think the best that they could do, even if they're healthy the entire time, is possibly win a second round game and then win a third round series maybe or whatever. But no, they're not winning. They're not winning the title.
Steph is getting to the line finally because of the rule changes.
Say again.
Have you seen how that's happening?
What?
So the way they're officiating the game now is for players like Steph, where if you hit his hand before or after the 3 attempt, that's a foul, and you get 3 free throws.
Okay.
And so
Still,
far,
I mean, second round. I mean, they're going to run into what? They're going to run into the Nuggets. They're going to
You're
run
not
into the
arguing
Nuggets.
against
They're
what
going to.
I just said, though. But bro, you just yelled at me for saying what you're now arguing is going to happen. I said the Warriors are going to have a similar year to last year. They lost in the second round. Now you're that's where we were on the same page. Second round. Maybe they win. Maybe they lose. So we're on the same page.
No, you said that Houston would beat them or whatever.
That was later. You yelled and blasphemy at me when I said I think they're going to have a similar season as last year. And now you're saying in your argument against Jake that they're going to have a season similar to last year.
No. Because last year Steph got hurt.
Yeah, last year they made it to the second round.
We just said if they're fully healthy. You said the best they can do is second
or third round, you said. I mean, you did say they could possibly make the finals. You said they could possibly win the third round. So, I mean,
I don't honestly believe that. I think that they could win the first round. I think that they would have a struggle in the second round, and they would definitely not win the Western Conference Finals.
We're on the exact same page. And in the miracle world, they could do what Jake's saying. Yeah.
I don't think 22 seemed like a miracle, right?
Yeah, but we had miracles. We had Jordan Poole. Draymond left that.
That's true.
So.
Yeah, but now
Jake's got it.
He's a proven
Jimmy Butler, the sharpshooter, right? Jimmy the sharpshooter.
No, but
Jimmy the will.
Are we gonna fight about that?
Puts the team on his back, Jimmy.
I love Jimmy. I'm not gonna hate on Jimmy. I'm joking. I just love Jordan. You know
that. Let's actually ask Jake because I don't think Jake knows about this argument. So let's just ask Jake organically and see what his answer is.
I feel like you're gonna
Jake, do you think that Jimmy Butler is a good shooter?
That's not the question. And he was on the cast for it. So
yeah, he's a solid shooter. He's not a shooter. It's not what he's known for.
There you go. Okay. They agreed with me. But he was on it for us. He was on us with us, weren't you? Weren't you with us?
Yes. But
and the answer is he's a sharpshooter.
Jimmy Butler's a great mid-range shooter. I love when he shoots the mid-range.
Yeah, nice mid-range game.
He's not like a knockdown three-point guy.
No.
Nobody specified three-pointers.
Well, okay. Yeah. Sure. I want DeMar DeRozan too.
I loved Kurt Thomas, the sharpshooter. He was such a sharpshooter. Kurt Thomas
was my man. Yeah, I had him and Dallenberg in fantasy.
Please don't bring up Kurt Thomas. Failed on so many Suns teams.
Mo Buckets, the sharpshooter. I loved him.
No, Mo Buckets was not a sharpshooter ever.
What? Mo Buckets was
Mo Buckets?
Mo money, Mo Buckets.
Mo went white hot a couple times.
Mo money, Mo Buckets, Mo Spades.
That's right. Oh, I love that guy. He's a legend. I remember he showed up to a game last year. He got a standing up.
Yeah. When nobody else showed up, was that like the reunion game? Didn't they do some weird reunion that no one showed up for? Anyone or something? What was that?
The first championship team?
They did like a reunion and like the coaches came and like
Barbosa's on the staff, right?
Yeah, and like he didn't come or he can't. I don't even know what happened. Something weird happened. It was really weird though. I didn't understand it at all.
Yeah. I don't know. All right, so who do we got coming out of the AL to beat Are the Dodgers going to lose the World Series? Any chance, or are they going to win it easily?
I don't know. I'm not going to watch it either.
I'm getting so sick of this shit.
I was going to let. I mean, honestly, like if you we could do a whole podcast. We're not going to do it now, so I'll just keep it short. The Dodgers have completely ruined baseball. I mean, nobody is competing with any of that. So the answer to your question is yes, the Dodgers are going to sweep whatever, the Brewers or whatever, and then they're going to sweep the Padres or the whatever, the Blue Jays or the Mariners. So, I mean, it's all when you're paying Shohei Ohtani, who can pitch 100 fucking strikeouts and bat 400, and you're paying him $2 million because you've circumvented
in the playoffs.
Yeah. And the guy is, and he's got gambling issues. I mean, it's a total complete joke. And baseball, I think what's going to happen is that we're going to, what was it, 1994 when we were kids and they struck? Was it 1994?
Yeah.
So they lost a lot of viewership. I think they're going to strike again, and they're going to strike based on this stuff not being allowed. And yeah, it's a joke. I mean, I'm a Giants hater, even though I shouldn't say that on this feed. And I love the Dodgers just because I hate the Giants, even though the Dodgers beat my A's in the World
Bill,
Series.
aka the biggest hater in the world.
Yeah.
Zachariah.
The point is, I'm even sickened by this stuff. It's complete nonsense. Anyways, that's all I got.
I think the sickened people actually create viewership. You know, there's viewership in rooting for a team you hate. So I don't know if there's going to be that much fight against it. I also would say the 2010 Giants would whoop this team. They don't care about none of that. Playoff baseball is different, man. All you got to do is form a staff, man. Yeah. Anyone who focuses on forming a staff, a deep staff, you get in today's baseball, get yourself 9, 8, 9, 10 good arms.
Aubrey Huff would beat this Dodgers team.
They'd have no problem with it because Tim Lincecum wouldn't let him score a run. Neither would Matt Cain, and neither would Barry Zito. Damn near. Sure as hell not. You know, Vogie's the best of the bunch, man. I'm telling you, man. We need to get Vogie
better than Mad Bum. Come on,
no, I'm joking. You know, I mean, I've loved Vogie. Them nostrils and just throw it right at your face if you're bothering them.
Yeah, no, I know.
Love Vogie's attitude. God damn, I love Vogie.
The bullpen arms they had and the way Bochy knew how to use them, I think would beat this Dodgers team because they have flaws, but no one focuses on matchups and stuff anymore. It's just all general analytics.
Yankees were like this, Zach. You know, this isn't that different than the Yankees we grew up, you know, hating. And you know, this is
late '90s Yankees were a lot like this.
Pretty similar. They were
it's just so it's what's horrible is Shohei isn't it? Shohei's been in a huge slump all playoffs, and they're still winning every game.
Yeah, it's rough. The Dodgers are stacked. There's a stacked deck, that's for sure. But you can beat a stacked deck, you know. So
Bochy knew how to beat stacked decks. All right. Well, any last thoughts, fellas?
I was just gonna say, like, I would love the idea that somebody could beat the Dodgers, and the Dodgers have not been unbeatable. They lost during the pandemic, and you know, there was a few years where they made the World Series and lost, whatever, blah 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 blah. But the bottom line is, you legitimately, just monetarily wise, you have to fix the scenario where the Dodgers are paying Shohei Ohtani $2 million a year, and everything is just prorated.
I mean, it's stupid, but other teams can do that, right?
They're allowed to do it. They don't do it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's dumb to be allowed.
Yeah.
Blake Snell took a bunch of money on the back end too.
I mean, Jake took me to a wonderful Sacramento A's game, and we sat in very nice seats, and we sat there and we had a good time. We had free drinks and free food or whatever. The A's have 1/1,000,000th of the payroll of any of the teams that are in the playoffs. It's a fucking joke. You got to fix the shit. You want to know why the NFL is so competitive? Because there's a fucking salary cap. The Chiefs spend the same amount of money as the Raiders or the Patriots or the Jets or the whatever the fuck. The Niners, who doesn't matter. There's a salary cap. So fix the shit, baseball. Otherwise, people are going to tune the fuck out of your sport. The Pirates have no chance. The A's have no chance. The White Sox have no chance. There are so many teams that have no chance because they don't spend the money that the Dodgers and the fucking Yankees and whoever else is in the playoffs do.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of deadbeat owners who just join. They want ownership for a business, like for revenue.
True.
And they don't care about winning. Pirates are a great example of that. White Sox are a great example of that. A's are a great example of that.
Pirates are one of the teams that are in position that you should go start paying some money and build a team around Skeens, right? You already have the best pitcher in the league, so there's one win, right? If you're trying to figure out how to
trade him, Art.
You got Skeens.
Art, they're gonna trade him.
Well, I'm saying, but they don't have to. They
no, but their ownership is bullshit, you know?
Yeah, you want to bet on that? I bet you they trade Skeens.
Well, I'm not arguing against you. I'm just saying they got the start of that formula. When you got a pitcher that good, you got a chance to do anything.
And they have one of the best young hitters in ball too. What's the lefty?
Yeah, but they're not going to pay him $500 million.
No, they're not, and that's the problem. You need
and the Dodgers will to Yoshami or whatever the fuck. Their closer and their starter.
There needs to be a way to evaluate the competitive ambitions of ownership, because some of them just obviously do not care about winning, and that's
why did weak ass Ian Snell. Whatever his name is, Mr. Blake Snell. Why do I call him Ian Snell?
Yeah, I don't know why. I think back in the day.
Yeah, but that guy makes me sick. Mr. 5 1/3 Cy Young. Did he get the Cy Young that year? Did he get it?
Yeah.
Oh God, sickening. The bum would go 5 innings. Guy had anyway.
He got one of Melvin's Padres too.
Fucking sickening. The guy goes 6 innings, gets a Cy Young, 5 1/3, Cy Young. My ass. But anyway, let me go.
Webb taught him how to throw more than 5 innings.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Was he rubbing it in the Giants? I didn't feel like that was genuine. I felt like this guy this deep into his career. What?
No, it was love. He was saying that he got taught how to pitch in San Francisco.
I know that seems pathetic. The guy's a 15-year vet. What do you mean he got taught how to pitch?
As far as like,
how to go further into games.
How many years he been playing baseball?
He's a mercenary. He doesn't understand the allegiance to teams.
Fucking Logan Webb, you really taught me how to pitch last year.
You think he was trolling?
There's no way he was.
You think he was trolling?
I don't, but it felt like it. I'm like, what are you? I can't even believe you're out here scouting the Giants.
It hurt, but he wasn't trolling.
No, I think he was giving love to. I think he was giving love to Webb.
Felt like a stab in the heart.
Didn't like that either.
Felt like a stab in the heart.
Yeah, it was horrible. It's like, hey, I went to pitcher boot camp there in minor league San Francisco.
Yeah, but giving love. Why are you taking that as a bad thing?
Well, it hurts because he is not on the Giants now. He's on our arch enemy.
Yeah.
On the Dodgers, talking about how
I don't
Giants tender, which he was a joke.
He wasn't purposely trolling.
He wasn't a joke. He was great on the Giants.
I mean, yeah, he was great. He played like but how many games did he pitch?
Like 10, but they're amazing.
Yeah, 10 good games for 6 innings a pop. He gave us 60 innings.
He learned how to go deep on the Giants, Art. That's the whole point.
Got it.
They taught him.
He learned how to pitch, bro.
Got it. How about them Chiefs? Before we sign off, Super Bowl. They're going to win the Super Bowl.
I didn't realize they had 0 penalties called on them.
Yeah. Don't even want to bring that up. Me and Artie have been spending about maybe over 24 hours total if you count every text message between me, Gabe, Hank, and Art about no penalties. No penalties. And Jake, did you see the Lions head coach? Did you see what he said, what he was told?
No.
Okay. Go ahead and look that up. Just look up anything that looks into Chiefs getting the most bullshit you've ever seen in your entire life.
Isn't that just literally how that system works? Plays are reviewed by New York. That's just literally how that works.
Not the way that went down. They normally would have to do it on their own.
There's a study done over the last 6 or 7 years that shows that the NFL does have a Chiefs bias.
Boom. Where'd you get it from? The University of Texas?
That's right.
I actually, because I hear all this yapping about it, and Mr. Dr. Davaran had a way to get access to an actual academic journal and not just cite the bullshit that is given on every radio show. I actually have the study in my possession, and the study and what is told is very misleading. And so it is a dense study. I'll tell you that. So it's not that easy. But I will tell you this. It finds, as a part of their finding, that in the same 8 years that they are looking at everything, systematically, if you really buy their, I don't really think their methodology is that great. I don't have a formalized opinion on the article yet. So maybe on the next pod, if I spend time, I'll tell you if I think it's legit or not.
That'd be nice.
But it's in their findings that are not cited anywhere in any of the shit you're hearing on the internet these days. It says that in the regular season, over 8 times 17 games, whatever that is, so what, 150 games or whatever, that the Kansas City Chiefs are officiated in a way that hurts them. They get the short end of the stick in the regular season, and what they argue is that it flips in the postseason, and they argue in the postseason they have a bigger change. That's what the data is looking at. The Chiefs have a bigger change from regular season to postseason than other teams. But the article is also very
I don't think that's correct.
Well, no, there's no debate that. I read that I can tell you as a fact.
I disagree. I don't think that's correct.
Anyway, we can get into it more, but it's also an interesting article because they're pitting the Chiefs against the entire NFL, but they don't do that to any other teams.
So,
right?
So they're not putting 0 penalty win was.
Anyway, I don't even care about that junk. The Chiefs are the best team in the league. I don't even care about the debate. We got the greatest of all time quarterback out here back slinging the pistol. We got Rashee Rice coming back, and we're poised to make a run no matter what everybody thinks. So this is going to be fun, man.
I think the Chiefs are looking damn good. I thought they looked great last weekend.
How many penalties did you get called for last week?
I think 0 was the answer to that
I
one.
think it was 0.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Imagine thinking I
Hollywood
give
goes
a
off
fuck.
when everyone's back.
You know how rare? Do you know how rare that is, Jake? You know how often a team gets called for 0 penalties?
Less than 1% of all NFL games.
Oh, nailed it. Nailed it. Nailed it. Nailed it.
Guys, just another quick thing. Warriors opening night next week or 2 weeks, like a week and a half. Our boys from the Polymac Particles podcast and Tom Tolbert are throwing a party, like a watch party. If you guys are interested, let me know if you're down.
Where's it at?
Longbridge Pizza in the city, kind of next to Chase.
That's a doozy.
I mean, it's Warriors opening night. You get to hang out with Paulie. And
what day? Thursday? Is it a Thursday?
It's a Tuesday.
Oof. Tuesday.
On a Tuesday.
Got the club going up on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the club and she Tuesday. Club going up. If Artie goes, I'll go.
Yeah, well, you're both obviously invited. Artie has planted his flag on the Humm Daddies. He's here to stay.
It's true.
Yeah, and Zakariah is his own entity. It's Zakariah. Everyone knows Zakariah. You probably will.
I mean, Artie wants his logo and a name drop.
All right, Thursday night live with Zakariah and Ardavan.
I would go Thursday night with RT and Zakariah Party, something like that.
Oh, I say we work on that a little.
Yeah, we'll workshop that. We'll put a pin on that.
Yeah, it's a workshop. It's a workshop.
No rush.
All right, boys. So I'll see you on Tuesday, Art.
Yeah. Let's do it.
When is it? A week from Tuesday?
Warriors opening night is what, Tuesday?
Oh, yeah, I definitely can't do that. I'm going to be out of town from Wednesday through Saturday. I don't think I'm going to tell the wife I'm also peacing out on Tuesday. I don't think that's going to fly.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Career in the podcasting business, Artie?
Sorry, me and Alex are celebrating I'm going down to Santa Barbara to celebrate the Bash Bros. The Bash Bros had a hell of a season. We fought. We had moxie. We had fight. You know who we are. You were both in the league. The Leroy Butlers. The I don't know what your team name was, but we all
Leroy
Lawrence Butlers.
Yes.
I'm sorry about that. Leroy's on the challenge. I love the challenge. You know my boy Leroy on the challenge mania.
Nobody knows that. All right. So we're not going to see you all next week. Peace out.
It's going to be tough. But we're going to be celebrating. Alex, I can't wait to celebrate the Brass Pros with you, baby. Let's go.
All right. Thanks for tuning in. This is Humm Daddies. See you on
Humm Daddies.